Okay, so today we are going to go over the 9th grade sample questions of the SHSAT 2024. If you are taking the traditional 8th grade test, this video is still super useful with lots of tricks and tips, so let's go. If your SHSAT test is coming up in 2 months, 2 weeks, or 24 hours, and you cannot crack the math section, check out our last-minute CRAM course designed to improve your SHSAT score by 50 to 75 points within just 24 hours of focused study. You can find the link to the last-minute CRAM course in the description below. Also, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. The first one, a function is given on the coordinate plane. Here's a function. The function is linear. What is the y value for x equal -4? So what I would do, I would use two formulas. The first one is the slope m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'll use these 2 points. So it's going to be 3 minus 1 over 1 minus 0, which is equal to 2 over 1 or 2. Second formula is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, and I will use this point. So y minus 1 is equal to 2 times x minus 0, or y minus 1 is equal to 2x, or y is equal to 2x plus 1. So that's my formula. In order to find y when x is equal to -4, just plug it in. So y is equal to 2 minus 4 plus 1, which is equal to -8 plus 1, which is equal to -7, and that is my answer. Next problem. What is the difference in x values in the graph from where the function first begins decreasing to where it begins decreasing again? So decreasing means what? When you go to the right, the function goes down. So first it starts going down here, and then it starts going down here again. So the difference between 2 and 12, 12 minus 2 is 10, and that is the answer. Problem number 3, what is the value of x in the solution to the system of equations shown above? And this is the system of linear equations. What I would do, I would plug in y, which is this, for here. So I do have x plus 2 times y, so I would just plug in this box. 3 over 2x minus 1 is equal to 6. When I'm expanding, I need to multiply both terms, so x plus 3x minus 2 is equal to 6, so 4x minus 2 is equal to 6, so 4x is equal to 8, and x is equal to 2. That is my answer. The next problem. The diagram above shows a pole connected to a wall at a 90-degree angle. It is right here. A 17-foot wire is attached to the pole at a point 8 feet out of the wall. How many feet above the pole is the wire attached to the wall? Weird freaking problem, how it's phrased. In fact, what you have to do is, here's the hypotenuse 17, here's the leg 8. What is this leg? That's all you need to do. So we know the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So therefore b squared is equal to c squared minus a squared. Okay, so now c squared is 17, so 17 squared minus 8 squared. If you learned my extended multiplication table, you would know that this is just equal to 289 minus 64, which is equal to 225. Now we have to take the square root. Again, if you learned my extended multiplication table, you would know that that is just equal to 15, and the answer is G. The next problem is problem number 5. A researcher recorded pollution data that measured the presence of potassium and nitrates in some lakes, whatever. Which statement describes the data shown in the graph? So I typically hate these problems. There's no deterministic way to get these problems exactly right. So it's kind of guessing here and there. But if you're going to draw the regression line, it may look like this. So let's go through the options. A, the data show a nonlinear association. We don't know. Nonlinear association means that it cannot be described as a line. It pretty much could be described as a line, so A is probably wrong. B, the data show multiple outliers, so maybe these are outliers, but they're not critical, so maybe B is wrong. The data shows positive association. Yes, it does, so maybe that's the right answer. The data show negative association. No, negative would be like this, right? So it doesn't. So chances are the answer you see again. With these problems, you don't know for sure if you're going to get it right or wrong, so it's kind of a guessing game. The next problem. How much greater is 1.8 times 10 to the 6th than 7.3 times 10 to the 5th? So what I would do, I would rewrite this as 18 times 10 to the 5th. Now let's find the difference. 18 times 10 to the 5th minus 7.3 3 times 10 to the 5th. So just do 18 minus 7.3, which is 10.7, times 10 to the 5th. And of course, we don't see this answer. It's either G or E, but it's not exactly because we have 10.7. But if we divide this by 10, so therefore increase this exponent by 1, you're going to get 1.07 times 10 to the 6th power. And the answer is G. Moving on. How is 0.6 repeating times 0.2 repeating written as a fraction in the simplest form? So 6 repeating is 6 nines and 2 repeating is 2 nines. And we have to multiply them out. What I would do is cancel, divide by 3, divide by 3. So you get 4 over 27. And the answer is A. The next problem is problem 8. If 2x minus 6 is equal to 8y minus 10 and x is greater than 5, what's the least possible integer value of y? So since we're looking for the least one and we see that 8y and 2x are both positives, we just need to plug in the least possible x. So let's plug in x equal 5 itself, right? Okay, so we got 10 minus 6 is equal to 8y minus 10. So therefore 4 is equal to 8y minus 10 plus 10 on both sides. You get 14 is equal to 8y. Now, least possible integer for the y. So we know that like this was not supposed to be 10 because x is greater than 5. So it's like 10.1 or maybe 11, maybe 12. We don't know whether x is an integer or not. But we clearly see that, you know, like there's no way for y to be equal to 1, right? Because y is equal to 1, we're going to get 14 is equal to 8. And 8 is just too little. So the least possible integer will have to be 2, right? Because 8 times 2 is equal to, and then it's possible for this value here to be 16 because x is greater than 5. So the answer is 2F. Next problem, problem 9. A data set relates a car's average gas mileage y in miles per gallon, so mpg, to its engine size x in liters. The equation for the line of best fit is this. What's the meaning of the slope? So the slope is 3.25, negative 3.25. So first of all, as x is increasing by 1 liter, y has to be decreasing by 3.25 miles per gallon mpg. And if you go through the options, B is the answer right away. Now, if you're not sure what's happening, at least know that x is increasing, y is decreasing. X is decreasing, y is increasing. So therefore, they have to be opposite. So at least if you're not sure if it's B, go through the options, start to eliminate. Like for example, A, decrease, decrease, so it's definitely wrong. C, increase, decrease could be correct. D, decrease, decrease, definitely incorrect. So now it's between B and C, and then, you know, if you're not sure, at least you increase your chances of probability. Next problem, problem 10. On Saturday, the temperature changed at a constant rate from 2 a.m. until 2 p.m. Let me just draw this right away. Number line, this is 2 a.m. and this is 2 p.m. Okay. At 4 a.m., the temperature was 47 Fahrenheit. So this is 4 a.m. So I'm assuming the time is the X and temperature is Y. So 47 Fahrenheit. Good. At 10 a.m., the temperature was 32 Fahrenheit. So somewhere here, 10 a.m., 32 Fahrenheit. What was the temperature at 2 a.m. on a Saturday? So question is like here, X. What was the temperature here? So we need to do the slope. The slope goes like this. The formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. My y's are the temperature, so it's 32 minus 47, and x is the time. So 10 a.m. minus 4 a.m. I'll just say 6 hours in between, right, to avoid the confusion. So minus 15 over 6, and if you simplify this, negative 5 over 2 Fahrenheit. So every hour, the temperature, if you go this way, drops by 5 over 2 Fahrenheit because it's negative. So conversely, when we go this way, it's increasing by 5 over 2. Now we got 2 hours in between. So over the course of 2 hours, it increased by 5 over 2 times 2, which is by 5 Fahrenheit. That was an increase. So if it was 47 here, we add 5, we get to 52 Fahrenheit, from which then it dropped down to 47 Fahrenheit. The answer is 8. Next up, problem 11. If Mn is rotated 90 degrees clockwise about the origin, that's important as well, what are the coordinates of n prime, the new n? So, I mean, you can try to graph this, but I would highly encourage just to memorize the formula. So the xy, when it's turned 90% clockwise, turns into y, comma, negative x. So point n the original point has a coordinate of 1, 0, and then it will naturally get flipped or converted or translated into 0, -1. So the answer is C. Next problem is problem 12. We are almost done. So there's this paragraph and it's completely useless. You don't need to read this much. What is the length of RT in centimeters? So we just need to find this angle RT. Now there was this word rectangle, so it's kind of useful because we need to know that this is a right triangle. That's it. So now this side RS. RS is equal to 10 minus 2, so it's equal to 8 centimeters. Now this side here is equal to this side 8 centimeters. So you have a right triangle and you just need to apply the Pythagorean theorem. So RT squared is equal to 8 squared plus 8 squared. So RT squared is equal to 64 plus 64. And RT squared is equal to 128. Therefore, RT is equal to just the square root of 128. So the answer is H. Typically, that would also kind of try to make it more complicated by simplifying the radical. So if you're going to do this, for example, it's going to be 8 root 2. Maybe that was the answer, or that could be the answer. But they didn't ask us this time, so that's just root 128. Final problem, problem 13. In the equation shown above, y is greater than 0 and n is greater than or equal to 0, what value of x will result in the least possible value of n? So essentially this needs to be least. So 2x minus 1 squared by itself has to be the least. So the only way for this to be the least is when this is equal to 0, right? Any other x, since it's squared, will make it positive. So 2x minus 1 squared is equal to 0, therefore 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore 2x is equal to 1. Therefore x is equal to 1/2, and the answer is D. If your SHSAT is coming up in 2 months, 2 weeks, or 24 hours, you need to check out the last-minute CRAM course now. This course is designed specifically for you to help you improve your SHSAT score by 50 to 75 points within just 24 hours of focused study. Find the link to the last-minute CRAM course in the description below. Bye-bye.